well, I get to share with you the awesomeness of WebRTC. So, WebRTC is a brand new technology. It'll be in every major web browser, probably by the end of this year or early next year. It's already in Google Chrome and in Firefox, and will be available in Internet Explorer and other browsers later. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't know what WebRTC is today, well, obviously you're going to know because I'm about to tell you. But it's going to transform the web. It's probably the most exciting thing to happen to the web browser since, Ajax or since in the last probably 8 years, WebRTC is the most exciting thing to happen to the web. And basically what it is, it's an API, a JavaScript API in the web browser that lets you capture the camera and the microphone of the person that's visiting your web page, and lets you stream their camera, video, and audio anywhere you want. So you can build Skype. You can build, let's say I'm, the dating website millionaire, like I was at the beginning, and I want to add video calling to my website. I can add video calling on my website pretty easily using WebRTC. So WebRTC is a technology that lets you capture the camera and the microphone of all of your web users, all of your websites, including mobile browsers, and do anything you want with the video. It's not just audio and video, though. In later versions of WebRTC, they're also going to allow for peer-to-peer file and data sharing directly between web browsers, and also screen sharing, so you can share what's on your desktop with other users. And this is a free technology. This is built into the web browser, and will be available to everyone. So it's pretty amazing, and it's really going to change the web. There's lots of weird technologies surrounding WebRTC. The cool thing about it is you don't really have to know any of them. There are frameworks, just like jQuery. Anyone familiar with jQuery? Yeah, probably the web guys in the room. Yeah, you guys know jQuery. Well, there are frameworks out there for WebRTC already that basically make it really easy to use, kind of like jQuery makes UI really easy to do in the web browser. We happen to have an open source framework called Phono. I'll show that to you guys real quick. But basically what Phono is a JavaScript library, totally open source and free. You can download it into your web browser, and it lets you make calls from a web browser. There are 4 companies behind WebRTC, so we're one of them. We kind of are helping to standardize that. But then there are other guys involved too, so Ericsson's in there, Mozilla, which make the popular Firefox browser, are contributing to it as well. But also Google. So what Google did last year was they bought a company called GIPS. None of you probably ever heard of GIPS, but GIPS was a research company that had built up very high quality audio and video technologies. And Google bought them for $70 million, and then like the next month they turned around and open sourced everything that they bought, and just gave it to the open source community. And the reason they did that was because Google knew that in order for the web to take the next step forward, in order for WebRTC to be successful, it had to be more than just like a bunch of guys talking about how cool the web is going to be. They needed high quality code to drive audio and video in these web browsers. So Google bought this company, open sourced it, and then said, hey, Firefox, hey, Internet Explorer, hey, Apple Safari, just use our code. This is a great starting point for WebRTC, so we can just get it done faster. And that's what Google did, and again, that was like a year ago, and WebRTC is already a reality because of it. You guys can learn a lot more about WebRTC at Google's website, webrtc.org, or on our website. So we're running low on time, but I do want to talk to you guys about some use cases for WebRTC to get you thinking differently. So, I talked about the first one here. With WebRTC, calling, having a call button on your website it becomes something that anyone can do. If you have a social website, if you're building a game, and you want to let the users of your game call each other, you can do that from the browser, just browser-to-browser calling. It's an incredible technology. You don't have to use Adobe Flash or proprietary technologies or buy anything. This is kind of built into the web browser now. Also, if you think about it, people's websites will become their call center. So right now, the call center is something that you kind of have to call into from a phone. Well, you can think about it, your web browser becomes the phone. So what if I was visiting a company's website and I saw like a pair of pants or like a new phone or a skateboard that I wanted to buy, but I wanted to know if they had it like in the color that I wanted. Well, they'd probably have that information on their website, but if they didn't, I would have to look for the phone number and then call someone and talk to them and see if they have it in stock. Well, using WebRTC, that retailer's, that small business's website now becomes their call center. I can just, people coming to my website can just click and be connected with me instantly. From a business perspective, and we're at a Globe event, obviously. The challenge is for Globe to find a way to enable you guys to do all of these creative things and make money for everybody. Because obviously, you guys probably are passionate about programming, but you're probably also doing it because it's a career and you can make money doing it. So Greg is hard at work all the time thinking about how these technologies are going to shape the future of his company, but also how you guys can participate in all of this value that's being created with these really interesting apps.